Hey everyone, I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about the Socrative app for iOS. You can use it on iPads, you can use it on iPhones. Socrative even makes an app that is available for Android devices and tablets. It's also a web-based service, though, so you can log in online and use Socrative there. The great thing about Socrative is that it really doesn't rely on one specific type of device. As long as something has access to the internet, you can use Socrative with it, so it's a really cool device. What you're looking at right now is the teacher app on the left and the student app on the right. So when you log into the teacher app, I'm going to log out right here and kind of take you back to what it looks like. You're going to need to sign up for an account if you don't have one already, and then all you need to have to sign up for one is an email address, and I'm typing mine in here. And you'll set up a password as well so that you can log in. The reason that you have to set up an account with them is so that you can keep track of student results, so that you can have one specific location for your students to go to participate and all that good stuff. So if you look on the left side, on the very top on the teacher app, you have a section that says my room number. Now my personal room number is 429240. Anytime that you want a group of students to participate on Socrative with you, you're going to give them that room number. Now you can post that in your room because it's not going to change from session to session. It's always going to stay the same. So you can post that number in your room and they can log in on their devices with it. And I'll show you what that looks like from their end. When they first open the app, it looks like you have right here on the right. It just says room number. So I'm going to type in 429240, 429240. And that's going to allow me to join the room in Socrative. Now once a student logs in and they join the room, you get this little spinning circle right here and it says please wait for teacher to start next activity. They can't do anything unless you start an activity. Now if we go back and look at the teacher side on the left here, it says students in room. I have one student in the room. If you had more kids with devices, they would have their own, that number would go up. Now there's two main parts to Socrative here. You have your single question activities and you have your quiz-based activities. Single question activities, like multiple choice right here, aren't tied to specific questions. Let's say you have a multiple choice question in a PowerPoint and you want to ask your students to answer that one. Well, you don't have to type up the question in Socrative. You can just say, hey, there's the question on the board. Let me start a multiple choice question here on Socrative, and you can look at all the information on the board, but just punch in your answer. So when you start one of those questions on the teacher app, the students automatically are given A, B, C, D, and E. And they can choose their answer, and the cool thing is, back on the teacher app, you can start getting responses as soon as it syncs up, and you can see what kids are saying kind of in real time. It's a great formative assessment tool. The other types of questions are true-false, and this is what it looks like on the student app on the right when you start a true-false question. They're just given the option to select true or false. And then you can also see what students are saying in real time with that kind of question too, as soon as it latches up. There we go. And then short answer is similar, although short answer questions, they have kind of a cool little element to them. You can let students answer a question as many times as you want, and then once all the students in your class answer the question, you can turn it right back around to them and they can vote on the answer. And I'll show you what that looks like. So let's say I ask the class, favorite color. What's your favorite color? Favorite, let me spell that correctly, color, question mark. And I'm going to put unlimited student responses there, and I'm going to start the activity. On the student app, it's going to give an option to fill in what your favorite color is. So this student's going to say, oh, I really like blue. And they submit it. And then they're going to add another answer there so that we have more to work with. And if you look on the left on the teacher app, it starts auto-populating those answers. We're going to say green, and we're going to add another answer. Let's say another kid says blue as well. And you go, oh, blue's a popular answer. Now on the left side, you're going to see that there are two instances of blue. And when you see that kind of stuff, if you want to flip it around and have the kids vote on the answer, like let's say you're brainstorming something in class and you want to get their feedback on it, if there's duplicates, you can just click the red X on the right side and it'll delete the duplicate answers. Now where it says vote on responses, you can just tap that and it automatically pushes the question out for the students on the student app to vote on the answers. So right now this kid says, oh, I really like green, so I'm going to vote on that. Now the more kids that vote, the better your responses can get and the better your data can get. But if you look on the teacher app on the left, I know I have one response for green. And that's kind of a cool little thing. If I end the activity, I can also have Socrative email me a report that just kind of gives all of the information that was collected and gathered there. So that's a cool little feature. Those are the on-the-fly questions. Again, they don't have a specific question that is associated with them in the app itself, but they do allow you to post a question somewhere or just ask an off-the-cuff question and allow them to get an answer. And that's all I'm going to talk about in this video. Next one, we're going to talk about quiz-based activities.